Our government secure all financing of all road networks in the country, major road network, assigned on the President Wheon a 10-year electricity financing. 10 years for the World Bank.
When Liberians are desperate for leadership to deliver, desperate to know the truth, and desperate to know the real issues confronting the country.
If you think they will see this election, you will not lie. Because if you do it, that's the end of this country.
Well, I can lie. The government, all the ministers in the government, they can lie. They don't put out also everything they say. They don't say the truth.
The people of Liberia, if you allow the opposition to win, you will suffer. Liberians will suffer.
And the facts surrounding those issues, there is only one forum that provides the answer. It's Face the Issue on Kings FM. John Anthony April Godsent Wheon, commonly known as Teacher Live, from Monday to Friday, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. for the most analytical and most stimulating conversation training for the day.
That's the funny thing about Unity Park. In a football game, if we were playing a tournament, they beat us today and we drop out of the tournament. Our focus now is not the tournament again. Unity Party get their opponent, the Liberian people, they lead the Liberian people, then they come back to their team, then they defeated. Everyone said that they put a crack away. You know, but when they say so.
On Face the Issue, we speak out the fact in advocating for the right of Liberia. Face the Issue brings you logic, explain logic, and advance you to discuss with logic. It's Face the Issue. Comes on your airway from Monday to Friday at 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. on Kings FM 88.5. Don't miss it.
Our government secure all financing of all road networks in the country, major road network, assigned on the President Wheon a 10-year electricity financing. 10 years for the World Bank.
When Liberians are desperate for leadership to deliver, desperate to know the truth, and desperate to know the real issues confronting the country.
If you think they will see this election, you will not lie. Because if you do it, that's the end of this country.
Well, I can lie. The government, all the ministers in the government, they can lie. They don't put out also everything they say. They don't say the truth.
The people of Liberia, if you allow the opposition to win, you will suffer. Liberians will suffer.
And the facts surrounding those issues, there is only one forum that provides the answer. It's Face the Issue on Kings FM. John Anthony April Godsent Wheon, commonly known as Teacher Live, from Monday to Friday, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. for the most analytical and most stimulating conversation training for the day.
That's the funny thing about Unity Park. In a football game, if we were playing a tournament, they beat us today and we drop out of the tournament. Our focus now is not the tournament again. Unity Party get their opponent, the Liberian people, they lead the Liberian people, then they come back to their team, then they defeated. Everyone said that they put a crack away. You know, but when they say so.
On Face the Issue, we speak out the fact in advocating for the right of Liberia. Face the Issue brings you logic, explain logic, and advance you to discuss with logic. It's Face the Issue. Comes on your airway from Monday to Friday at 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. on Kings FM 88.5. Don't miss it.
That's exactly what you are experiencing in Liberia now. If you don't know, in 2 years' time, Liberia will be worse. Will be one of the worstest country in the whole world. What I mean, worstest country in the whole world. If Liberia will not protest against this government, tell me there is no God. If Liberia will not begin to cry, coming together to cry and said, we don't want you again, leave, resign, tell me there is no God. I will never serve God again. I am a prophet of God, and I'm talking as a prophet. Right. The hardship, you have not seen that hardship now. In 2 years' time, you will see the hardest hardship you have never experienced. Liberia will drink dirty water, and they will be thanking God for drinking. That is the kind of president you have. This president does not have anything. He doesn't have any template. He doesn't have any roadmap for the nation. They just force him there. It was rigged election. Rigged election. It was forced on you people. It was forced to be president. So, and the people who connived to do all of this and put him there, right? US.
You mean US, the United States?
United States. They are involved in this election. I am telling you, not politically, I am telling you spiritually what I foresaw. It was rigged. Totally rigged. And now they have seen it, that this person does not know anything. This person cannot help the nation. This person cannot put the nation right.
I said to all citizens, and that's what you saw today. In the ring, go to have your program and be peaceful. Enjoy yourselves. Be together, recalibrate, regain the people confidence. And Liberians are there. You got some sound Liberians that believe that we were the right group. Yes, I'm not saying that everything was roses. No, but we fought for this country in the midst of epidemic. Liberia shine amongst a great nation. So what are we talking about? The disrespect to our citizens is wrong. It's wrong. It's wrong. Respect the law. I did not bring 10 jobs. We met it. The Unity Party left it with us. And we respected it. So what's going on? Is it that Waka angry because during Ellington there were 10 jobs and he want to break it because you are not happy? Is that why he's saying to us? Because the 10 job, I didn't do it. I made it there and I respected the laws of the Republic. And also, maybe thank you for this time, for giving the opportunity. But there will be a time we will, I hope that our people realize that we made a mistake. We made a mistake. We're in a new era and they send us back to the old era. So we need to correct
Liberia
that.
is in trouble. But I tell you this, I still repeat, if the president refuses to change, then the government is in trouble. The government, if you finish this government, let's thank God. Because as from next year, it's said to be fluctuating. And all the people that is in the government, they are liars. All of them. They don't know why they are there. They don't know what they are doing. They don't know the reason of staying in that system. They are just pushing the vehicle like this. They don't know where they don't know where it's going. So the forefathers of Liberia, they are in pains. It's very regrettable. Even the former president, Syphilis, is even regret having this person as a president. So that is just it. They believe that Dr. Wheon is too much for Liberia. That is the man who have brought total transformation to Liberia. That is a man who have turned Liberia to mini London or mini US. And he will have done it in second term. But they didn't understand. They are angry with him. They believe that he's against them. They believe that he doesn't like Liberians. That's what they believe. That's what they believe. You say Liberia will be zero in sports. Zero. Tell me something. Zero. Oh yeah, go to Nations Cup now. Go to Nations Cup. Let's see. Let me see you Nations Cup. Go to Nations Cup. I'll give $500,000. If you qualify for Nations Cup, I'll give your national team $500,000. I promise. Your national national team.
The Unity Party. I came to power. I left them there. These are citizens of the country. But you can employ a Senegalese man, and you refuse to employ a Liberian. Is that what it is? No, it's wrong. It's wrong. Everything that they're doing is wrong, AB. The disrespect is wrong. Breaking our laws is wrong. And the old men know that, Bwaka know that. We used to go to him and even feed Bwaka because of his title. Make him comfortable because of a title. But you see what he's doing? You get a lot of gangsters around here and thinking that Liberian is afraid of gangsters. It's a lie.
But you should be concerned as well. Why it is true that you're in opposition, you should be concerned. You also have a responsibility to maintain the peace of the country. Though the burden has shifted on the government to maintain the peace.
I've always kept the peace of the Republic of Liberia.
Okay.
During Ellen time, I've kept the peace. During President Dota, I kept the peace. Amos Soyota, I kept the peace. Chancellor, I kept the peace. I have never broken anything in this country. I work for peace in our country and I'm on record. Even the United Nations know that I work for peace. So I'm not trying to break the peace. What I'm telling you that those people that say they came to rescue us, they are breaking the laws of the Republic and it is wrong. If you can't see it, AB, it is wrong. It is wrong. Because in the government that I serve, any position was respected. Today, you can say that you're taking the person off because he associated with somebody. No, but you see, we are different. The respect I have for Ellen Johnson, I kept that respect. And the respect I kept for her, to respect the laws of the Republic. I even work with Ellen Johnson as a peace ambassador. I don't have a issue of keeping the peace of the country. Of course, we are peaceful. But we will not allow people to break our laws and then intimidate people and we just sit. That would never happen. You know, we in opposition, Ellen Johnson, Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, let me give her the respect because that's somebody that I respect so much. She did some things that we disagree and we went to her and spoke to her. By the rule of law, you know, we have the right to protest and we protest, we went to Ellen and she understood that. She came on the table and we talked. That would never happen. You know, we in opposition, Ellen Johnson, Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, let me give her the respect because that's somebody that I respect so much. She did some things that we disagree and we went to her and spoke to her. By the rule of law, you know, we have the right to protest and we protest, we went to Ellen and she understood that. She came on the table and we talked. Disrespecting leaders that are traveling and you refuse for them to use the laws that they built and Liberians sit out there and say, yeah, it's right. No, it's not right. If the Bwaka man, he was not even president and we gave him a VIP all the time he's traveling. What you're doing is wrong and you need to wake up. Those things are wrong. Those things are wrong. Everyone said that. You want that change? Bwaka was not a change. Bwaka was never the change. Of the Republic of Liberia. During Ellen time, I kept the peace. During President Dota, I kept the peace. Amos Soyota, I kept the peace. Chancellor, I kept the peace. I have never broken anything in this country. I work for peace in our country and I'm on record. Even the United Nations know that I work for peace. So I'm not trying to break the peace. What I'm telling you that those people that say they came to rescue us, they are breaking the laws of the Republic and it is wrong. If you can't see it, AB, it is wrong. It is wrong. Because in the government that I serve, any position
we are seeing a systematic erosion of democracy. Executive overreach and open disregard for our constitution. Lawlessness in the legislature with the presidency turning a blind eye even when the sacred hall of our democracy go up in flames. Security forces brutalizing peaceful citizens, while millions are being spent on so-called operations that offer no protection to ordinary Liberians. They said we were the problem, but now the Liberian people can see for themselves. The real problem is the unity party that is now in power. The time has come to speak the truth without fear. This government is failing and Liberia is paying the price. For seditions, let us not lose hope. Even the longest night must give way to daylight. Even the strongest storm must pass. We are still standing and we are still strong. We will not give up on Liberia. We will not give up on our people. And we will never give up on CDC. We are the party of the slums and the city. We are the voice of the voiceless. We are the protectors of the poor and the defender of their dreams. From New Cruton to Peaceville, from Buchanan to Bond Mines, from Sunny Quarter to Southtown, the CDC remains in the hearts of the people. This rally is a clear sign. We are reorganizing, we are preparing, we are coming back. I say to you, we are coming back. But in order to do that, we must build a strong, together we must fortify the one institution that can correct the failure of the Buaka administration. And that institution is the Mighty Coalition for Democratic Change.
And the government need to really invest. The people like you that get the type of structure. They come say even they could just be getting you $1 million for the budget year. Every year they give you $1 million. You're in balance.
If I were president of this country, I should God show you His wonder. You're not believing. We told Joshua for what? You're not footballer.
Yeah.
A football developed country. A football bring medicine in the head.
No.
Yeah, we told Ellen to yesterday because she's from Harvard University.
Yeah.
What will the board do for you? No passion for development. Then we move Joshua, we put the millions men in the whole world.
Yeah.
Yeah. Me.
Connections there, you not get it.
Yeah, no connection.
Yeah. Just say that Doma, all kind of things that just happen here. No, he no tea.
When he was 12 years old early, Ellen did not want him to become president. So Ellen did not introduce him to many leaders. Ellen was doing her thing on her own. She was traveling from country to country and kept a man in the garage for 12 years, according to Boyka himself.
Yes.
That means he was not empowered to meet any leader. When the African leader themselves need support from the West.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
All African leaders need support from the West.
Yeah.
No African leader will help another African leader with money for development.
Yeah.
In the West.
Yeah.
He does not have that contact.
Hello?
Yeah, man.
My son, you made mistake.
Mother.
I heard you last night, me and Kun indeed to move Kufa. Absolutely, after the whole election, I'm in my corner. If you hear my preaching most Sunday, you will conclude that I'm right. Will you rescue as a nomenclature after winning? The workers, I don't even answer my phone. They don't pick me up. They don't lay me down. They don't even have time. I don't talk. Yeah, I don't talk because God knows why it's happening. And everything I will accept it because our son Kun is vice president to him from Nimba. The Nimba people will not understand if I start hating on Boyka.
You're right.
The fanatic Kofa, the woman I have my word, the fanatic Kofa first cousin.
Oh, okay.
You people don't know this, so when you're talking last night, but I don't have. Look, let me tell you, nobody in the republic, somebody just call me. No lawmaker in this country, do they got their own money, but to take your own money and give to 40 or 47 or 41 number of lawmakers to remove a speaker or a pro tem is not the work of any lawmaker. It must be the work of the executive.
Okay.
It's not immemorial. What the interest we all have to
Exactly
give
what
to people.
you are experiencing in Liberia now. If you don't know, in 2 years' time, Liberia will be one of the worstest country in the whole world. What I mean, worstest country in the whole world. If the Liberia will not protest against this government, tell me there is no God. If Liberia will not begin to cry, coming together to cry and said, we don't want you again, leave, resign, tell me there is no God, I will never serve God again. I am a prophet of God, and I'm talking as a prophet. Right. The hardship, you have not seen that hardship now. In 2 years' time, you will see the hardest hardship you have never experienced. Liberia will drink dirty water, and they will be thanking God for drinking. That is the kind of president you have. This president does not have anything. He doesn't have any template. He doesn't have any roadmap for the nation. They just force him there. It was rigged election. Rigged election. It was forced on you people. It was forced to be president. So, and the people who connive to do all of this and put him there, right? US.
You mean US, the United States?
United States. They are involved in this election. I am telling you, not politically, I am telling you spiritually what I foresaw. It was rigged, totally rigged. And now they have seen it, that this person does not know anything. This person cannot help the nation. This person cannot put the nation right.
I said to all citizens, and that's what you saw today. In the ring, go to have your program and be peaceful. Enjoy yourselves. Be together, recalibrate, regain the people confidence. And Liberians are there. You got some sound Liberians that believe that we were the right group. Yes, I'm not saying that everything was roses. No, but we fought for this country in the midst of pandemic. Liberia shine.
Okay, so what a wonderful way to welcome you tonight, right here on this very day. And we are grateful to the Almighty God again that we are right here together. And we are right here beaming with life and that of good health. And no matter what the circumstances are, we are certainly getting there. Asata, I will certainly instruct Newton Tukpa to confirm what's there in it and that you sent to the support basket. And let me say also up to all of you, wherever you are. And we are very grateful to the Almighty God that we are right here together again tonight to do what we would normally do for our country. And no matter what the circumstances are, Asata, I see you are the first student in class today. James Yalamu Flomo Jackson, he said to want for us to talk. Well, I don't know which one of the DMs you're talking about, but I will check and see. Let me say also up to all of you. These are students that came to class early enough. It's Duke and he's there on time. And James and Asata, they all came on time. And Seku Eskane, what's up to you? That's up to you, Chief. My support and brother, as of everything. J. Launert Corner Jr. And I thank you. My water ability is also here. Matera Stevens, 8 o'clock on the dot. Okay, no problem. And Gololuo, greetings from Australia. Yeah, thank you. Teacher Light is a great man of our time. Wish you the happiest of birthday, Teacher Light. Yeah, thank you all so much for yesterday. It was quite fantastic. Let me take this time to thank all of you. And it doubled because last birthday, and when we check our comments section, and from our page and pages, some of you have your own level of pages that carry the comments. I saw Koji's stuff that went over 1,000 some more. Yes, in commendations and so forth, toward the same. Yeah, a lot of people. Thank you all so much for all that you did. And those who took them your personal pages. And to say will reflect and appreciate our teacher. And this is it. We are very grateful to the Almighty God. It's not about whether someone is a teacher or not. It's just about the issue about consistency, and which is very much important. And consistency is very much important in life. People play with integrity and think that the moment you are entering politics, you have a license to ruin yourself, or people will understand. No, you don't enter into a terrain and think that your orientation is going to be dismissed. Not everywhere. In fact, there's something that just natural orientation, things like integrity or so forth, morals and integrity, those are all just natural human, orientations that are demanding at all times. These are best practices. Best practices are practices that go beyond any specific field. Those are what we call best practices. Best practices, they go beyond any specific field. That means it's something that any reasonable person will see as being best. That's what we call best practices, right? So when we talk about best practice, this is a best practice. Best practice is a practice that is acceptable by all society. That's what we call the best practice. Yeah, it's a practice that is accepted by all. So the issue of moral practice and integrity practice and all of that, those are best practices, and that's accepted by all. So you can come to that and then you say, this is how I'm going to politics. Politics again, I'm going to ruin my integrity. You got to return to your former self, because politics is temporary. You got your former self to return to. When you want to return to your former self or your prior self or your previous self as a ruined person, why would politics ruin you? Especially when you politics is not an area that you're going to be assigned forever. I can choose to say today, Abraham Wheon, I'm not going to be in politics anymore. I'm going to be a pastor. I'm going to be a this. I'm going to be a that. I don't want to be involved in politics anymore. So if politics took a lot away from me, should I be going back? No. What about politics? Anytime you join a profession or something, your orientation, especially your biblical orientation, it matters a lot. Not everything you can compromise. Though there are certain areas you are going and what it is, that's what the society calls for, or so forth, you got to conform, right? Conformity, yes, is important. You can have conformity, but the fact of the matter is you can't just conform to almost everything. Certain principles and values are off limit when it comes to conformity. Certain principles and values, especially when you are going somewhere and where you think you don't want to lose yourself, there are certain principles and guidelines that you can, is no-go zone when it comes to conformity. No, you can't conform. That's what Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego did. They said, we may join you, you change our education, you change everything about us, but there are certain things that we can't just compromise. We'll compromise our name, you change our names, no problem. Because I'm passing somewhere, someone come and say, Shadrach, Meshach, I will know that by that name you're calling me, I agree. I will attend to that call by that. You change our education, you gave us your education, yes, we'll take it. We'll do that. But for you to now come and say our belief, we should change it. That one, we can't do it. We can't compromise that one. Because tomorrow we'll leave. If you are studying in China or you are studying in America, you adapted the American culture, right? Their educational system culture, but you coming back to Liberia to work. The American system, you coming here, no, that our Liberian educational culture you will try to exhibit here. So you can't lose yourself. There are certain things you can't just lose. No, you can't. Your Liberian society. There are certain unique things about your society that you don't just want to lose, right? Yeah, we're going to say, oh yeah, go America. I want to say, hey, nigga, oh, this, that, yeah, and that, blah, blah, blah. Some of the words we use on radio here, if you use it here in Liberia, is forbidden. But like the BBC or so forth, they will sit on the radio and say that was a stupid decision. That was a this that. If I use it, use it at cost. But down there, that's not. That's just a description of a society. So that's their society. That's what it is, right? So you just say, look, I don't want to lose myself. I still want to be myself because I will come back. So Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego knew just that while we are here, they have done with education, changed our names here and there. One thing that we're going to return to is our home. And when we are returning to where we are returning, that belief system is what we're going to live with. And we can't compromise that. There are certain things you don't just compromise. So I just believe that I can enter in politics and still be a claimer. That's George Weah's politics. That's George Weah's policy. I know many of you angry with him, this, that. But has George Weah ever corrupted any system before he became who he ever made it to the top? Sometimes you want to ask yourself question. You want for people to change as the only way they will make it to the top. But you ask yourself the question, before they could reach to where they are today, did they have to change? Did they have to do a lot of things before they could reach? I know many of you said from the onset that George Weah was making medicine out of football. Right? You said George Weah was making medicine. Right? You said George Weah, the medicine he used to be making. George Weah buried a brother with football. You now living in New Georgia governor. Yeah, New Georgia governor. George Weah mother had to land right close to the road leading to my uncle's place where I was living in New Georgia. And the area George Weah late brother was buried somewhere there in New Georgia Gulf. So the stories now we used to go play football around there. Then we look at the area. They say, oh, yeah, George Weah late brother was buried, but they burying here with football. And that's so medicine George Weah making here. I look at it for long. I say, wow, this is even not easy. But you see, sometimes you may not know these things. You don't have to change your identity or whatever because you want to conform or get position or title or whatever it is. No, it doesn't matter. And that's what I love the story about Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, because if they have changed themselves, yeah, they were already given them BB positions. So by changing themselves and so forth, they would have elevated them to say they change their belief. You know what they would have done to them? No, they were being elevated further. I mean, the guys were big guys to the extent that it was the elders or the guys of the kingdom. In fact, the guys who were the political leaders at the time, they saw it as something that they were very envious of those guys. They said, we'll bring these guys down no matter what it is. And the law, and they didn't even carry the proposal that that decree should be passed. That decree should be passed because they know the border and where they wanted to catch them. So they proposed to Nebuchadnezzar. They proposed it. They said Nebuchadnezzar will want for you to pass a law that there's golden image, everybody must bow to it because they are there with Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. And they know that these guys, every time they are not praying to the gods of the nation, they get their own God. The prince they say the men will come to catch them. And they say they can pray to their God. Every time we are passing around, they pray to their God. We'll catch them. Let's carry the proposal. Let's carry this proposal. And that's why it is. And at the proposal, they recommended it to Nebuchadnezzar, and he couldn't object it. He accepted it and said, I will decree, and that is what I will do. That when anything, when the moment they come, sounds or so forth, and there, everyone should bow to this golden image. The guy said, we're not doing that one. Like, you know, I think it are catching you by your feet, catching also. Because I want to catch you by your catch us. Good. We're not doing it. There's certain things you can't just compromise. You can't lose yourself because you're going to politics, you want to change. No, George Weah would never change. George Weah is George Weah. George Weah has been George Weah in being successful. Does George Weah have to change? Joseph Bogata woke up and said he want to dance with the devil, that the only way he could be president, he had to announce and detach himself, the man who was ever in a church. And God had always been with him and made him even vice president or so forth. You woke up now and say, before I can be this, I got to be dancing with the devil. You got to, you see, these are the kind of things that you're not, you know, sometimes you sit down in this country, you want to insult people, but God will continue to bless people like us and open our eyes to how he works. We don't have to be deacon or bishop then before God can teach us how he works. God had always opened our eyes, and God will continue to open our eyes. And that's why some of us know how God works. There are things that happen around here, it doesn't move me because I know how God works. Nothing moves me. But again, thank you to all of you. For the birthday greetings on yesterday, it went from 1.5K yesterday of last year. It went to 3.2 point something K. I didn't check it before coming on, but I think over 3K. And that's what it shows. That's love. And I really appreciate all of you for that. And I thank all those who joined in to wish me birthday on yesterday. I'm very grateful to the Almighty God. I'm not perfect, but God loves me. I don't care how people characterize me. God loves me. I'm not perfect, but God loves me. If you think that you can make me to look like somebody, you're lying to yourself. If you think you want to be perfect, go by your business. God always bless me. I've been like this. God always blessing me. So I don't have time for how you think about it. God loves me. And I will never make any medicine or whatever it is. No. God loves me. I have always grown. I have never regretted any decision I have made. No decision. I'm telling you today. No decision I have made in my life that I've ever regretted. Even relationship I'm living for the one, I'm going to better one. God has just been elevating me. I don't worry about God. Look, every decision I because I let God to flow, that God can decide for me. You may even look at me any kind of way that God can decide for me. I don't get time. God is with me always, and because God is with me, I'm very happy. So I want to say thanks to all of you for your time shared with me yesterday. And for those of you who wish everything best, and let me say also to my own friend and brother, Prince Walker and team. And thanks to all of you who did a fantastic job for me yesterday. And sharing, loving, and sharing, you know. I really appreciate all of you. Thanks so much for everything that we do. And we are getting there. With God, all things are possible. So the roster is so loaded today. Can you imagine all of them in the class of Vera there? Oh, I see all of them rushing the car first. Cooper, Sheikh Kamara, Ramos, Lana Long, Sata Mela, Jara Wilson Jackson, Taylor Stevens is instructing you to share James Docker, Emmanuel Youngson, and Yason. Yason, okay. Nyanson, right? Or Yason, okay, something like that. All right, and just a quick opinion, and David William, and Lofa Queen, what's up? How's everything? I hope you're doing so great. From Zeze community area, I hope you're doing so great. Seku Eskane, and I did greet my brother. All right, class, some kind of way today. Sit walking some kind of way. Hey, Vera Masha, the rest of the other people sit there, Masha, Masakwe, right? Yes, it's here, Masakwe. Mansari, Gasumu, Ibrahim, Irutri. Hey, Masalam Dami. Then Agatha Glasgow, we have Lassie Brown Senior. And Dupont here, what's up? How's everything? I hope you're doing so great. Wharton Bushy Morgan Jr. We want to say we are grateful to all of you, Samuel and Allison, and Breaking Limits Mbayo, and Patrick Nangwe. Harris Hali Tamba is also in class, Mambu Rabos, and Mohammed Balo, Muskasel, Cecilia Logan, James Lamy, Francis S. Jusu, and Merry Christmas to you too, my brother and your family. LSK Dixon, what's up, my brother? How's everything with you? I'm doing so great, and thank you. And Thomas Leave, Georges Jacobs Yapa, and Stephen Yakade. Then we have J-Man J. Hi, everyone. Hi to you too, my man. What's the guy? David Yenkan. And David, your papa is here, though, and he's blasting. His prophecies are coming true. Achibo Bachu. And I know some boys more than Pam Butter is from Dakota. And Abraham Pa, Chindema Ladi. And wishing you from Zeze community, Chindema, fun name. All right, and I wish you all the best. And Emma Lee, Francis, Inama, Nina Quinn, and I thank you for the great deal of work, and thanks for the present you sent for Edmore Carr and that of CDC Pape. All right, Jeremiah Flumo Topa Labla, and we have Mary Tule, Josephine Johnson, Abraham Papi Gray, Gus Help. How's up, Gus? Musa Sharif has a boss from the USA. I thought you, my man, cancel Musa Sharif, but thank God you said from the USA. I've been good, man. Then Diman, we have Malu Fofana, Stanley Boso, Rita Hutz. Fantastic students. Emmanuel Bro, Kim Walton. Can you imagine all of this? So late coming here now. Yeah, sorry, man. Why are you even calling your names? I finish with all of you now. I come back to my real people. Okay, how you doing, people? I hope you people doing so good. How was the weekend? And it was quite a fantastic one. And how is the seasoning? The season not seasoning. Eh? Have you people eating food and they say it's not seasoning well? The season is not seasoning well. Yeah, the season is not seasoning well, right? They say put small seasoning on the season. How will you put small seasoning on the season? It's because the other season that you bought is not seasoning well. So you got to put small seasoning on the season. So we are looking for season to put on the season so that the season can season well. How the season is to you? Somebody say what service, you don't spoil our government anymore. You know, some of you are me to us. So you don't want to give us so you can be lying on our government. You say what thing? You say the government say owing some of your 30% or the LD. Yeah, but you want $US now. So what the issue? You want $US, so what's the issue? What do you want to do with the LD? LD not get value. Now you did that LD something, man. We're talking about US dollar business. Then you're talking something else. Yeah, you're enjoy. You're parballing. We appreciate you people. The parballing. The Christmas season and have a fun. We are certainly getting there, you know. And the Unity Party post say once the area crowded, that means whether that they buy on them, whether that they sell on them, plenty of the idea Unity Party believe that anybody that goes to the market, God, this country is very interesting. The guys, they really begin fun out of you for true, and you will feel a pinch of it. And that's God's own way. Let me tell you something. Yeah? God self say some of the season must season well before some homes break. Yeah, that's true. Some homes will really break the season down because the season not season well. The other people will go on the other side to look for season that will make them to season well. You know when you cooking, who they can really look for good season? It said the Eve gender and the Adam gender. Which one of them can go to places looking for good season to season well? Which one of them can? That the Eve gender can want over season to season well, because the Eve gender, they are the one that know about seasoning. They know about seasoning. They want cook the soup. They know how the seasoning is good. In fact, they know all the Google seasons. For AB here, I can just go and eat. So I know nothing about seasoning business. That the Eve gender knows about seasoning business. So when the season are good, they can go over season to season well, so that the season can look good. So the man. What do you know about season business? What do you know about season business? For us, it can be easy. If they kind of turn and say, who you will go to look for season? The male, the Adam gender. The Adam gender. We play, you know, we play you will go out to go look for the season. The people you saw want to go, no way. And nobody want to go. Except now, you want to do, and man thing that the only time you go over season on that side there, but they all whatever is scarce. That the women they can want season. So they know about season, they know about season taste. They don't want to do all the tasting of the food. They will tell you, say they want that, I don't know, that king crown or what kind of this time. My sister in Australia, I want to call her name. She said, I will not call her name. She sent rice for people who are really, really in need and so forth to share. She not even know the thing and she left from here ever since. She still calling Maggie Q. I said that Maggie Q, okay, I put it back to us, Maggie Q, but we call that thing Vita now. You see, we are dealing with the issue. Now, Vita now we are dealing with, yeah. So I think with God, we are very grateful to the Almighty God that we are right here tonight on this very time. And what is happening, let me tell you how God works. Learn this today and know it well. Learn this today and know it well. It is not that Unity Party people are not humans, but God has a way of entering people's hearts to teach you lessons. Sometimes you break people home, and that man that you got to, they may have been a decent man, but because the way you got in the people home is not pleasing to God, God will turn that man into a bad man against you. It's not that God is just using him to teach you lesson. It's not that he's really, but God can work in mysterious ways. Because we Liberian people are very, very ungrateful. God has entered into Unity Party people to treat you heartlessly. And that's why you're going through now. You will face it. And in fact, let me tell you, when God finished with you, the very United Party people that God uses, some of them are very wicked already, so God see them as a product to be used already. Some of them, they are usable product. They are useful, you know, they are usable because they are already wicked. So God used them, right? But the idea is the level at which they are behaving, sometimes it's not normal. Sometimes you see them saying things that are not normal, but how God can enter in people. God can enter in you so that you can know that even if somebody had been good to other people, that person will be bad to you. Right? It is God using that person to deal with you. God can use anybody, any kind of way. God can look at somebody who been good and giving people, but because God does not want to, what they call you, you can go to that person. And God will say, me that person. And that good man will mean you. He gave it to other people, but you will not give it to you. Because that's God's own way of teaching you, and God will not come against you. If you think God will come against you, not allow. That's why some of you can hear me say, oh, the man, I don't know. God's own way of dealing with people, that's it. So you seen it? We are certainly getting there. We will smell it because God is using people and entering into them to treat you. God will not come down to come deal with you. When they say God is a God of vengeance, you think that God himself will come fight? No, God will use people to revenge. The thing you did to George Weah in this country, where George Weah used to be taking the money that's supposed to be a salary immunities, he took it and gave it to you people. He cut it off and said, no, I will not use the money and put it in my house. I will not use the money, whatever money I have that these people didn't put me here, that what I get today, I will make sure I give them back. Go yesterday evening, I don't let to do these kind of videos because the people parent in there. Late yesterday evening, I was passing around Joseph Boga's house. The old man then was sitting down in front of Joseph Boga's house around 10 o'clock. They were still sitting down to Joseph Boga's house. The old man there. The old man who used to leave when they go to George Weah House soon in the morning before 12 o'clock, all of them finish getting what they want to get to go home. They were sitting at Joseph Boga's house in front of Joseph Boga, 10 p.m. I was passing there last night. They were sitting there last night. I never wanted to film those kind of people. It's too sorrowful for you to take people's parents and be filming them. It's too shameful. It's too sorrowful. I wanted to record it. If anybody react thinking I'm like me, I can't prove anything to anybody. For them can say, oh, you want to call it? No, I'm not going to prove anything to anybody. No. I will say what it is. And because I'm here to can't lie to anybody. I'm not. But look at what man there now, they got to sit down in the night to Joseph Boga's house, sitting down there waiting for Joseph Boga. Sitting there in a day, so morning you'll see the old man and leave their houses. They're sitting there either to the back way to Jamaica, to the area there where George Weah will find time and come outside to them. And then before 2 you see everybody going where they have bag or rare going. There's some of them will not even eat it, they will go and sell it and whatever it is. But at least our man then will leave from down there with their half bag of red and they are going. That was George Weah for you. That was him for you. Get ready, get your day half bag, tell us it take 25. Get your day one, take this one. Take your day one, take this one. That's how George Weah used to be. How did you people call it? That our country money will eat it. That our country money will eat it. So what kind of country money will eat it? That our country money will eat it. This is it. I'm telling you the truth. Me, I will come here. I ain't got nothing sentimental again. And a United Party person. Look, when you check in United Party area, I get friends there, and they are still my friends. Whether you like it or not, they are still my friends. So I don't have time. They are still my friends. But these are the facts. That the kind of money that I used to be passing around, and you see people say, oh, the Christmas go, because those small money then when you share it goes to the community, and deep down in the community, people give to people, people share. You know, we have a culture of giving and sharing in this country. So as a result, if I got maybe 25 kg rest from George Weah, I go home. I will take maybe 25 cup, I give it to somebody. That other person gets something to eat. The other person who get a 25 cup will say, me, I will take 2 cup, I give it to somebody. That how you will see having trickle-down effect on the economy. Those are the things that you see. They say, oh yeah, economy booming, everybody get it. But this is it. This is the fact. The higher used to be enjoying Christmas. The men will get ready. The men behave like Nehemiah. When Nehemiah came, he took over. The first thing he looked at is all the entitlement you're giving to people here and there, blah, 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 blah. I will cut down everything because it's a burden on the people. For George Weah, he first came and cut down his salary. But it was not enough. Even the little he had with all the opportunities, so now people go to him, they get him the other gift, the other thing. They tell you, Joseph Boga not getting gifts. Surplus of gifts. So not people can get that inside, Mr. President. We know the law on you. People will be coming to you here and there. Let leave about 1,000 bag of rest with you. That's the thing they used to see. We are sharing that out. Suppose get ready, Mr. President. You know, as a president, people will come to you to come visit you. Hold the other thing that kind of thing George Weah used to take. Now pack it in a house. Or now go open shop and store and go open it like Gigi Katumu and Joseph Boga doing today, where they are operating businesses. No, George Weah will take those things and say, yeah, when I you talking, or you know, the people will soon be partying in front of again. They will soon come here and what it costs. So let's just see. Bring no rice then. You're bringing your packet. When the people come, you give it to them. Because that's the presidential humility, and he believes that you are enjoying those because the people put in there. Today, who then get carried out into we are now? Don't Lebanese then, don't Fuller people who get their businesses and things who used to identify with George Weah. Can they identify with him like that again? No, because he's no longer in power. Because he's no longer in power. Who is there now? It's Joseph Walker. Is he not getting it from them? Yes, he's getting it from them. Is he sharing with you the way we are used to do? No, he's not sharing with you. We are believe that the power you're giving, yes, he acknowledged it. He believed that now your own money. He believed that your money, that your country money. So if you should get it back, is it a bad thing that you're going to tell him and say, oh, that our country money will eat it? You see what you have done to yourself today, that you are passing around, struggling all over the place on gratefulness. Now, what caused you the problem today? Until they are teasing you, they are laughing at you. They are coming your faces, making it appear like everything is well with you. They don't feel your pain. They are not shame. They can't open it in front of you, say, hello, that you just ungrateful. Yeah. George Weah, you know what he used to do? Go to Samuel 2 and houses, then at the place people be parking. Because that what they saw their leader doing, they had to do the same thing. Nathaniel Magay house. Every day, people will be at Nathaniel Magay's house. Right? Yeah. That's where people used to be. I want you to show me a picture of people at any of the United Party houses. Because the money, they're not putting it in you anyway. Right? They're not putting it in you. They are not. So why? So you can see it clearly. And that's why many of you are suffering. You see yourself, oh yeah, the season how, yeah. The man who used to make the season soft for you is no longer there. The man used to look at his official, and when they go to meeting, you ask them question. You say, what impact you making in your community? Every time people coming to me, I remember one time we were passing by. Okay, George Weah had gone on a Peace Island. And then group of students, the rain had fallen. And then I think it was 2022. I think it was in 2023 or 2022. 2022. Yeah, 2023. Yeah, 2023. The early part of June 2023. No, not June 2023. No, it had to be 2022. So the rain had fallen, and of course, the storm took over the roof of the Pope building in Peace Island, the children's school. So fortunately for them, George Weah had gone there to go visit something, the other light up something or whatever it is on Peace Island. He always visited on developmental purposes and things. So he had gone there to visit, and then this placard is up. My old man, same Sion, saw it, saw the people. So he looked at Weah looked at him. Same Sion went there straight and told them, say, where is it? You say you don't have school or so forth here and there. Where is the place? He say, our place right here. He say, okay. You please tell me how many bundles of zinc. Same Sion assumed, because George Weah looked at Same Sion looked back, and he knew straight that his boss man wanted him to take charge of that. I carried that zinc to go deliver it. My boss man bought it. I carried it to the school. I deliver it. That was George Weah for you and his team. They were always there chipping in where there were problems. They will go there, they solve it, because they believe that wherever they were at the time, it was because of you, and that you gave them the job. They're not going to take it. It's not a wrong thing to acknowledge that people gave you a job. People gave you a job. It's not a big thing. So tomorrow, if I Abraham Wheon maybe some kind of labor minister or some kind of justice minister or whatever, and then tomorrow you ask me, you think I will ask you because I think I'm a salary or whatever. What kind of work we do in this country so much? What kind of work government officials better do in this country so much that indeed they will be demanding to say, oh, yeah, this, that my salary I work for, my high-end money as well. What kind of high-end money you work for? There's nothing. And you can see it clearly. That was George Weah for you. That's why you used to see your season balling. Today, it's not there. No money. The moment I knew, I was listening to my brother Julius J's show today. And as a matter of fact, the people now, you know, United Party people, they're not correct. They now report Julius J to Facebook. They now block Julius J's page. Because that small thing and Julius J can be posting here and there. They now report him to Facebook. They now block his page. These are intolerant bunch of people. I told you people. The guys are weak. They are lazy. They're not able to stay anybody. That's what I posted yesterday. I will come to that story about the stuff I intended to talk about our country. That's what I told you people yesterday. That Abraham Wheon. Y'all know how I know that? That's why you can see people posting dev news about me, my children. I say, you know how I know that? It's just like you and Messi, then you're on the football field, you're playing. Messi now ever Cristiano Ronaldo. And of course, I'm Ronaldo now. So Messi now ever Cristiano Ronaldo. All Messi praying for is they must give Cristiano Ronaldo red card. Or they must clear Cristiano Ronaldo so that he will be injured because he's not able to face Cristiano Ronaldo on the field. So as a result, he want for them to give him red card for you to move from there because he's giving tough time too much. That's how the Unity Party people can look at people like us. The what they're doing to Julius J, they just scared. The people not able to play. They are very lazy. They are not competitive. These people are not competitive. They can never stay you. So as a result, say they can't find anything on you or whatever it is. They say, let's just start killing AB in our mouth. They just start lying on AB our mom. And that's laziness. For you to, so you get nothing on me at all. I have turned 45. Of those years, I have spent 20 as a broadcaster. You can find anything against me to publish. And I've been on Facebook live from 2014 doing political commentaries. So you mean from all the time that you can look for AB contradictions? You say AB not change. I agree and not change. Why you can't bring some of those changes videos and then just say that the thing AB used to be saying, but now why you can't bring? You mean all the year you don't get nothing on me at all? Up to date, I stay challenging you. You bring anything that AB used to do or that he used to say about Weah, that he used to be cussing Weah, or he used to be saying they stink, but he has changed. You're not bringing it up. I'll change. Bring the evidence of my change. Bring the evidence. Let me see. I'm here. We are on Facebook. We stay digging deep into people and bringing terrible things about them. Where is mine? You can't find it. So the thing I resort to now is like looking for a red card against me now. Let's eliminate AB. That's the only thing we not able him. You know why? That's just laziness. You don't even know all of those things. You're very lazy. I'm discussing issue. They are jumping to what they call. I am discussing things that I'm seeing. And you discussing things. I'm begging you, man. What kind of people you are? That's why you're jumping behind Julius J and you're doing no kind of thing then to him. I was just listening to a show as I was about to say. And he decided to say, let people just talk about the season. I was listening. I don't want to open up the line here because when I open it, you will say that, oh, now. So people call that. Yeah. Hear people talking. That the season is not seasoning. And because he had given his own experience that places he used to go and bar during season time where new goose used to. These are times that you'll see new goose, right? New goose on the market. How many people you see passing around with ocean goose? For them to say that new faction goose. Because no money, no new goose. And you know where I got to know that there were not going to be new goose? Whether you like it or not, you go or you come down. There is me and I'm somebody who's an economist, but these are my little elementary economic and theories I can employ through observations. Anytime the CC is coming, the market forces will determine the inflation at the time, meaning the demands and supply chain. About what demand. So that one, the government does not control the unfoldings at the time. Any student bring Messi, Ronaldo thing. I finish talking about one talk. You don't challenge the teacher here. I will put you out of class. When I finish talking as a teacher, follow me. Don't be behind Sonia. Then they will do that, right? From the time I knew that the US rate was just remaining low, going to season, and say nobody needing US to go back, I knew something was wrong somewhere. I knew something was practically wrong somewhere. Then because people now buying, so as a result, you will not find ships or containers that people used to join money together, and then they get ready, they put their goods there in one container to come. You're not seeing that anymore because it's practically almost like, let's say for instance, I'm supposed to leave from here to go Sano, right? But I need 6 passengers before going Sano, but I only have 1 passenger, maybe 2, maybe 3. And whether I like it or not, I go out, come down, I will still burn the same fuel. I will still consume the same fuel. You think I will take my car to go Sano to go come back? No, I will wait. So most of the ships that even supposed to be coming with goods, they are not coming because the consignments that are supposed to be contained in the ship to make it to come to Liberia is not there. How many people putting their containers on the ship before the ship will come here? How many containers coming here now? The ship they're not coming because why will a ship choose to just come burn their fuel on the water to come with 6 containers? Because I want 6 person paying for container. Only 6 person paying for container. So why will a ship leave and come? A ship that's supposed to take about 50 containers on it, or maybe let you put it rhetorically, and let's say for instance 15 containers on it, but I wanted 6. Then you want a ship to just Canada? It will come in Liberia like that? No. No, they will not, because the traffic flow is not there. They're not coming to burn their fuels for nothing. So no new goods. So our brother who used to send container to the country, they're not sending it anymore. Just today, listen, look at the level of the port. These are some of the things. And I will not lie to you that Seku is not putting a lot of policies and things, but a string on that brother in terms of really all kinds of funny things down there. No problem. And you see, these things are all happening right before our own eyes. Right before our own eyes. Look at this. And I will share this with you so that you see it. These are the screenshots then that are out there. Now the thing that you did party poor will come to some of their things that they are all. Right? These are people who did dealings. They say here, the person is Sarah Fode. Okay, this person shares and somebody did same. They said during we administration, we were paying $360 US for CTM. I think I continue tracking numbers or whatever. I don't know. But again, a CTM. I don't know what they call CTM or whatever. Well, my man from the port there used to tell me anything about. I forget. But let me leave that one. They say CTM is related to these port issues. CTM, right? They say it is so sad to see our own government increase it to 1,413. So if I'm supposed to pay 1,413, what would make me to go for new goods? What would make me to bring container? What do I get from there? No profit. Nothing absolutely. You see where we are? That why the Christmas is like this? Do I know even if the goods were to come, you don't have money because there's no money. But equally so, there are no goods. So what's the rationale behind it? I'm not an economist. I just a small mathematics thing I put in here. So I just gave you classic example. That's how we do the teaching. We do practical teaching, right? So we just tell you some of it so that you look at it. Right? Yeah. This is what it is. 1,004. Calculate. Minus it and see the increment. You go to the LPRC that used to be supporting the budget and bringing money in. Amon Tuaja woke up, went in front of the law because they say he's not supporting the budget because he pay employee salary. See the number of persons that done their own consultancy. They say they upgrade employee salary. There are no justifications there. Okay, cargo tracking note. Thank you so much, Ali Bagayoko. Is there cargo tracking note? Yeah, thank you to my CTM. Yeah, thank you. Right? So where is it? The LPRC that say, oh yeah, we're coming import our own son now, we'll take him Musa Beretene or we'll tell one blah blah blah. They don't get money to put in the budget. They go ask the young man what he said. He said, I pay employee salary, I upgrade them, I doing this here and there, I giving percentage to them. Everything into consultancy. Go at the Freeport. See how many consultants are there. They look at areas that were director positions, they elevate somebody to manager. But that director is still there earning his director salary. Then they elevate somebody to managerial level at that place. Stressing. That's what Douglas Umpa is going through a lot, and he will go through it. If you not do it at UP government, where will they take money from to put in a budget for development? That's why nothing is happening. Nothing is changing. Why are we here? Oh, y'all want for all to be sitting down, but me, I would not allow you. Everything that's happening, I will talk it as I see it. Next year will be tough. It will be tougher because it's already tough. Next year will be tougher. In the toughest moment, we'll be taking us straight. That is it. And that's what we are going through. That's why you see we are suffering. Nobody is insulting anybody here. No. This country, things are getting tough by the day. Civil servants are not realizing anything. For them, I can talk about them, but I believe we shouldn't be always prioritizing on civil servant and taking the bulk of the Liberian people in the private sector who have no opportunity. At least for the civil servant, they get something that they're hoping on. But let's forget about them. That's why I want to focus on them too much. Let's forget about them. Let's concentrate on the Liberians who don't have anything. So as a result of that, the stress has to be on these meager resources raised by their brothers and sisters who are civil servants. You think if you were to give job to the private sector, where you think I will go to my brother who working to the national legislature to go ask for money? No. If you jump in this at this level, you think who then will pay? That the ordinary people will pay. Kind of cargo tracking notes, or cargo tracking notes. If you pay for that from 360 to that, what is the essence? What's the rationale beyond that? Because you have jumped a budget to $1 billion just for nothing, just to benefit yourself. Then they ask Joseph Walker, why you not increase civil servant salary? He say, we can increase it because we need someone to eat everything. Now everything you're supposed to eat. So we building roads here and there. Why won't carry civil servant salary? You're listening to yourself, you're listening to your president. Did you people follow that part? Did you people hear that part? Where he said you know how to eat everything? When George we were harmonizing salaries to put it into development, to put it into free tuitions that every other person who may not have been civil servant, their children will benefit, to put it into wise fees for children who are parents who are not working in government to benefit. What did Joseph Boga then say? That now Joseph Boga say you can't eat everything, we'll put it into development. When George we were doing it, what development has he done? George we are harmonized, but what happened? The developments were seen today that George we have vision. Joseph Boga still living in. Joseph Boga had not initiated his own vision for this country yet. To say, this is my project. George, we have started roads connectivities. He introduced it. He brought competition to tell you that next government to come, they got to follow suit. Today, they are still struggling with road connectivities. George, we have introduced it. When they were taking money to put it in budget, to carry it to any farm, to go past road there, when George Weah can't bother with that money, what did he say? We can be making roads to go to our farms, where indeed the road leading for the Rabos International Airport, the gateway, the window through which people see and know Liberia is dark. This is the speech that George Weah delivered in relation to that when you were bringing ground for the RRA road, inclusive of electricity, everything that Joseph Walker is there passing around, lighting incomplete road. He's lighting, putting there, the passing around, celebrating that one. Shameless bunch of people. But I told you, the reason it's happening like this, that's God's own way of hardening these people hard for them to be shameless, to laugh at you, mock at you, and whatever. You will feel a pinch of it every time. And you see, people may not understand some things. Yeah. But let me come play you George Weah's voice. George Weah. This is when he was dedicating RI rule. When George Weah looked in the budget and saw road money there to go to Ellen Farm, George Weah said, "You're not going there. will have 4-lane road. RA, that area there, it got to go there. So we'll take that money from down there and put it there. We'll add it up. That the RA road that you're seeing today too. This is vision. There are differences between vision and dreams. They say older folks will dream dreams. Young folks will see vision. George Weah had everything George Weah envisaged for the country. He initiated everything. Right? Yeah. Yeah. In no time. And I will play that for you now.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, today is an historic day. It's a day like no other day in the history of our country. Because for the very first time since our founding more than 170 years ago, we are here to break grounds for the first modern 4-lane highway in Nigeria. Yes. It is true that since we came to office, we have broken grounds, paved and completed many kilometers of new roads within various communities that are suffer from the terrible conditions of living with unpaved roads, such as dust in the dry season and mud in the rainy seasons. These modest efforts have brought about a massive improvement in the quality of life in these communities, and we will continue with this program until all major community roads are paved. Our fellow Liberians, you will recall that in my State of the Nation address to the joint session of the legislature on January 28th this year, less than a month ago, I informed that August ballot of the challenging state of the road leading from Rabat International Airport to Monrovia. I then informed the legislature that my government was in the final stage of concluding financial and technical arrangement for the expansion and pavement of a 45-kilometer highway from the RIA to Iadori Junction, complete with appropriate safety and lightning facilities. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, barely 3 weeks since my SONA address, we have gathered here today before God and men to ceremoniously break ground for the expansion and reconstruction of the Rabat International Highway.
This is George Weah for you. When George Weah said, I will stone you, the rock already in his hand. There's a man, his last statement said, just 3 weeks after I went to the national legislature, barely 3 weeks after my SONA, today we are standing here to break ground. How many promises George Weah, let me say, Joseph Boakai had not made with all his SONA and Tina, he hasn't done any yet. Today, they are on the RIA road or project with light that George Weah, oh God, the man who lived in Europe and saw streets and knew about decency and know about extravagance and knows about, oh God, that George Weah will talk about road project and Leonard Beans, huh? That George Weah vision. The boy, whole day, y'all go to man job, give it to a boy. But the man still living in the boy's vision. He's still living in the boy's shadow. He's still living, the big man would have been saying, oh yeah, y'all go to man job, give it to a boy. He's still living in the young boy's vision. Everything George Weah ever wanted for this country that he initiated, I don't want Joseph Boakai going away. If Joseph Boakai were able to deal with the issue of Bali Island, he not go there, but he not get money, he ain't get contract, he ain't get nothing. So how you will get it? So every other thing there that George Weah didn't initiate up to now is still big in Joseph Boakai eyes. But the one that George Weah initiated, he looking He looking, yeah, he said they want it, at least we get a company they want it. But they wanted that George Weah have not opened up. But that vision, Joseph Boakai still look at it like a big thing that can never happen. Today, when George Weah was in power, who introduced street lights? It was George Weah vision. George Weah reintroduced street lights in the city centers. After years, when the country was at war, today, street lights was reintroduced by George Weah. You make it a load of wedding. You just walking in the above vision. You still walking in George Weah's drain. The Japan Freeway, hey, they're dark, but you lighting RI Highway. But Japan Freeway dark. Right? Japan Freeway is dark. Another major highway is dark, but you lighting RI Highway. Fast ahead, and you cannot continue the road because all the machines along the road are all parked because no money. Can't you see that your country is taking downward trend? Do I have to tell you that? Do I have to really tell you that? Your country is going down, 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 down. This is it. You tell me now, the Unity Party people, you name anything. You name anything. And there are two other guys, one in Kakata, one in Nima County. They are showcasing everything we are did. And I really thank them for that. This is the fact about life. Everything that we are did, yeah, they ever continue, oh, this, that, yeah, that, blah, 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 yeah. All the system has collapsed. All the systems, I'm not one of them, all the systems have collapsed. You're sitting here today, look at how your Christmas look like. Everything is gone. You know, lady did start cry. Civil servant I challenge them to come protest. They will never be united to protest. I challenge any civil servant to join the street to come protest or even post anything. Some of them are through us. They can be passing. They pay our 20% yo. They put it on pay. You who used to come on Facebook, civil servants. You used to come on Facebook. Oh, our salary and thing. We get it money here. We get it money here. You will go. What they call somewhere to will pay your money. You stay meeting your job. Today, I want for you civil servants to sit down in your respective positions and speak. You don't have freedom of expression. You don't have freedom of expression. You don't have that. This is it. Joseph Boakai still living in George Weah vision. 2 years, you still living in George Weah vision. Nobody say you shouldn't continue it because I don't want to create a situation wherein, because George Weah himself, when he even came to power, George Weah continues some of the things that why they even sang a song, they say you can keep the blueprint, we'll do the work, right? There were a lot of blueprints that he met. He executed them. That was an acknowledgement to say there were blueprints. That was an acknowledgement in itself, but he executed them, right? Now, for Joseph Boakai, right? And while he was executing them, he created his own programs. He created his own programs. The thing about RIA were not blueprint from, no, I said their own blueprint was for the road to leave to go to Ellen Farm. That was the blueprint. Now that thing George Weah took and carried down there. So the RIA road was not their blueprint. Right? It was not their blueprint. No. 14 military hospital. That was not their blueprint. Emory Hospital, now their blueprint. PHP PA, now their blueprint. So why it is true that George Weah executed some of these things, such as the ministerial complex and so forth, yeah, but he initiated with his own visions and things, and he made sure that it substantially affected the country. Joseph Boakai is still trying in George Weah path. What is he doing on his own? Nothing. That is it. And God is wonderful. And God will continue to punish you people for what you are doing. Because this is what you look for. This is what you wanted. Look at the kind of shameful thing Bwaka said about the project in Lofa County. Hey, Bwaka, a big project like that in Lofa County. Bwaka say, he didn't know about it. But his nephew is the one that building that place. Bwaka stay down know about it. His nephew is the one to get a project to build that place. Bwaka don't know about it. Anything that happen in Lofa, Bwaka don't know about it. The president of the Lofa University is caught up in indictment. He's indicted for corruption. He's still sitting there. Bwaka not suspend him. Bwaka don't know about it. Bwaka say that MRU project, the people will get money. Big men like this. Then you say, oh, AB, respect the puppet. So how you want me to say that he thought through or he can tell story? Is that what you want? Bwaka does not know about that. I wanted for George Weah to tell you that he said one big building was in Grand Crew. Then George Weah come to there. And tell you say you don't know about it. Then you agree. Could you imagine that? You will agree to that? For George, we have to go based on it. Then he say, I don't know about it. That's why it's not good to lie. And I will still remind you. Even when George Weah was trying to recondition his 9th Street residence, which he did purposefully, because he believed that rehab area is just like your traditional home. That's where your days as a soccer player, your struggles and everything, your fresh, your life, your beginning, everything. So Weah is more attached to rehab than even 9th Street. Weah had to recondition 9th Street residents because there are times that his friends will come to him. And at that time where the president used to be living, what was the mansion? Foreign Affairs. Do they have any residential area in there? No. At the Foreign Affairs, there were no residential area. We are reconditioned that area so that when a friend then come to him, he can take them to rehab. No. He needed to look presidential. So he reconditioned it for them, not at the expense of the country. Not at the expense of the country. So he did that. And when the noise started, boy, you people in Costa, they were flying around with how he built a mansion for himself. Look at what did Smith Tobe do? Smith Tobe came up and said that it was Cham Weah that was building that place. What did George Weah tell Smith Tobe? Go back on the radio and tell the people that in that Cham Weah, I don't want building that place. It is my project. That's my house. Don't I deserve to have quality? You know the kind of life I live in this country? That I'm going to come reduce myself to that? To come tell you, say, no. Why making it appear that team we are able to be a better team more than me, the power who live and become world best and whatever it is? You make it. No. Just we are blasted as Smith today. And so you say, go back and correct it. Tell the people that that's my error. That's my error there. I own it. Why don't you me lying on me and say what they call it? Joseph Bwaka cannot be George Weah. His officials look for the lies. He said, I just look for something to say because why? That is what it is. His official look for the lies. He bought it and said, yes, the lie you put together is good. We all were wrong with the lies. Could you imagine? He's not able to separate himself to say, no, I'm a man of integrity in this country. I will not do that. The project brought serious embarrassment. The same way Imi Mora bought big car and you say it brought an embarrassment to your government. The same way, if you were not in the know of that project, especially when you say you're not in the know, you have said, no, we are launching an investigation into this. This is a serious embarrassment, and whoever responsible will suspend them. Did you do that? But Joseph Boga rather chose to own it and say, yeah, they lie or put together that, hey, I will run with a lie. I will accept the lie. I will own the lie. That's what Joseph Boga did. That the man of integrity alone been talking about. Some of us here, when they talk about integrity, they want to get Joseph Boga not come an inch to it. Not an inch. They want a we girl. I say anything, an inch to Joseph. Joseph Boga has not come an inch to the integrity. The layer of integrity people that us have. Joseph Boga haven't come an inch to it yet. Because his whole life is characterized by conflict and whatever it is from day one. When Joseph Boga said that he sought to go sell it out of poverty, that when I knew Joseph Boga was not correct. Yeah. That kind of man, you will say that. Oh, everyone we are there. That's that kind of shameful thing. In for ya. In your backyard. They just say you know about it. The people this, that, here and there. You know about everything. In for ya, you don't know about it. You Joseph Boga. And you went on radio to talk that. You bought the lies of your officials. Could you imagine? You couldn't tell the guys, you stop the lies. Let us say the truth to the people. Just say that money reward something. Nope. What kind of thing that? You Joseph Boga, you say you don't know about a boy. You say that money reward something. So that who then put the money reward something there? You don't know about it, but a money reward something. So who then surprise you with money reward something? Why the Papa will be like this? They all say, oh yeah, Papa respect him. They may not respecting himself already. You think by his corner, oh, that meme on top before you say I'm not respecting him, but that thing that Papa did, does it earn him respect? Let me ask you, who can be saying respect the old man? But the thing that old man did, does it earn him any respect? Or answer me. As who president? George, we are never ever lied to you. Whatever it is, George, we are only. You're talking all our thing about all that George, we are saying in my house. You're talking about Jamaica Resort, George, we are saying in my place. You're talking about Nan Street resident, George, we are saying in my place. Do I know that broke person to come be what they're going? That you wouldn't even know yourself. You never had a dime for yourself. That only you can be hiding things all over the place. But George Weah does not have anything to hide. Riding private jet, you know anything for George Weah to have for you because he lived private jet life before. They wanted people who been fake, like Joseph Boga, who been fake. Now when he want able to hide and lie, and why he lying all over the place? He get ready, he lie. He get ready, he lies. He lies. Because everything about his life will be lies because that does not represent him. And he made it to appear like living those lies were all crimes. Forgetting to know that the character in George Weah was one who was who lived a life of extravagance from the soccer world, the base of celebrity. What do you want to measure with celebrity? George Weah wearing shoes. You're there comparing, oh, look at him wearing the kind of watch. That George Weah or celebrity, you'll be looking at and say, look at the kind of watch he's wearing. It's like Abraham Weah is a lawyer. He appears to court with his coat suit. Then you say, look at him wearing coat suit. But the feel I come from, the feel of me, I'm supposed to dress well. I'm supposed to look, there's me. So if I'm going to court dress well, what is the big deal about that? And people will be envying you, say, look at him shining like that, coming to court here and that. So I'm not supposed to dress like that. It's too many. That's what it calls for. George Weah was a celebrity. There are things that he has. Even if they are the cheapest, people will still value it. Do you know that George Weah can go down water side here and buy some slipper there and wear it, but so now you wear say straight people you think that are slip now. In fact, you yourself you'll be standing there with the same slipper on your foot. But when your friends say, my man, oh, you and George Weah get the same slipper, it's like your own which slipper you get down there, you compare with George. Because that's the level at which George Weah has placed himself. He's a valuable asset to the extent that anything he wears, that thing assumes the value. You can go waterside, you buy your cap, you wear it. George Weah will go waterside and buy that same cap and wears it. Your friend will tell you, say, my man, oh, you and George Weah get the same cap, say, my man, your own that duplicate you get. George Weah own is original because that's why you don't fight to elevate yourself, to place yourself up there. So that when you're just like, oh, petty thing. There are some things that even you to be elevating on George Weah. Those were cheap things. So they watch are wearing now. If they watch here, just appear on George we are here. And I tell you, say, oh, me and George we are getting seen why you will start cursing me. You better tell that your first watch from here, person like you able to wear that watch that George we are wearing. The only reason you will do that because he's George Weah. He is George Weah. There's nothing cheap that's supposed to be associated with him. It's there. That's him. That's what he's made himself to be. He fought for it. He's not cheap. So even if he wears cheap thing, that cheap thing becomes value on him. Then he was sitting down here discussing how George Weah, this, that, yeah. Look at the kind of thing you to be discussing. You see, we'll teach you all of these things because these are the things you're used to be flying around with. People may not understand it. They George Weah may see on the screen here, so I hear talking about so. Just look at what the people did this morning. You see the most shameful part? You know, the presidency has come down so low to the extent that there's the whole executive mansion is a play tour ground. The whole executive mansion page is a play tour ground. No disrespect to my sister Kula Fofana, but that is what it is. As a media person, me as a media person, that me, another country president will call my president, and then I can just elevate the call and not the content of the call. Oh, God. What make news in that thing? Do you know how many calls George Weah used to be getting from people? Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. George Weah used to be talking with French President Macron. George Weah used to be talking. Presidents will always be on full calls. That's the normal way. Look at this morning for them to wake up and say, Joseph Vaga was in court with Donald Trump today, and they talk about bilateral. Could you imagine that? Is that why you are reduced this presidency to? Why then Donald Trump did not even post it? You know what I mean? I posted everything for you to say I had a friendly conversation with my Liberian counterpart today, blah blah blah. Why he didn't post it? Why he didn't post it? You see how you reduce this country to nothing? You know how many people used to call George Weah? That year they used to talk. So you must kind of post it on. I will go post that to your imagine page. George Weah Jeff talking to Macron. George Weah Jeff communicating with the other man. George Weah Jeff communicating. What kind of people we have in this country? So why you made the presidency to stoop so low? You reduce the presidency to God to nothing. That thing somebody go on e-mansion page to be celebrating with it. The man Jeff talking to Donald Trump. God, Jesus, this country. Wow. Huh. And what happening to our country now? I understand it now. I don't know, you know. Could you imagine that? Eh? I just want to go. What? Even the US embassy did not see it as relevant. Could you imagine? Presidents will always have phone calls. They will always try. It's a normal thing. These are exchanges. Could you imagine that? You call that achievement and you put it on the e-mansion website, on the executive mansion page and say Trump talk. Then the newspaper then say they are quoting the e-mansion. The e-mansion, President Trump called today. They even making the news and all. The very news people and all making the news that the e-mansion. So why the news people then should even elevate that thing as a news? Look, there are some things that you don't call it news. It's not news. For you, so how you going to read our other story now that you coming to do breaking news? Eh? Is that a breaking news? So just say, look, President Trump talked to Bwaka today. So maybe I may not understand it, right? But maybe I may be somewhat. But what is the news component of it? That he first had to go on the Z-Mansion website. It doesn't have to. That's no news. Presidents will always talk. Presidents will always talk. But what? I don't really gotta get it. I don't know. Maybe we went to journalism school and this to us what makes news. I don't know. What's the news component of that? Because we must know it must be able to make news. Presidents talking to president. What's the news component? Is there any bilateral relation that have been broken between Liberia and that of look, let me tell you, when you hear American people say President Barack Obama or President Donald Trump plays call to the North Korean leader, that news, you know what it means? You know who these people are? They're the kind of calls then we can be talking about. What we are America, what the issue we have had? Tell me what is the issue we have had? Do you know how many times Ellen used to be talking to Condoleezza? Let me say Africa Condoleezza Rice then. Bush then era talking about Obama. All the people that used to be talking to you, all used to see Ellen and they come out, they put on e-mansion. Well, why Jeremy Pierre, you work with Ellen? That you and all should be telling us anything and not world news. Presidents will always talk. There was no time that the United States announced that they have withdrawn and cut off bilateral ties with Liberia, for which a call to the president will be on news. It's not on news. But I told Trump recently again, they say the time they were ready to pass on something relating to how Trump said he wanted for Bwaka to accept that devotee here. They will accept the devotee here, then so forth, blah, blah, blah. And I want to talk here again. It was that not call? So what kind of call again that makes call again? Because all the things were calls. What's the issue? Why are you people reducing? Hey, you know the body people. By the way, let me leave you people. Let's get to the lines interact with your callers right here on this very day. We are certainly getting there with God. All things are possible. My name is Godsent Wheon, and once again, I want to say thanks for your prayers and support that you always give me. I'm really, really happy about that. It's peace that we all need, and we'll get that peace someday, somehow. And with God, all things are possible. And I'm very grateful to the Almighty God for all of your support that you continue to give us. Let's get to the lines and interact with your callers. The president of the Republic of Liberia, yes, is in country, but the president of the people's trust and choice is expected in country sometimes this week. I think so. His Excellency Ambassador Josh Manowi. We've been missing him so long. I hope he comes here to spend the season with us. All right. And I think we are certainly getting there with God. So let's get to the lines and interact with your callers right here on this die. The first caller we get to here, and on this die, here we are. Let's rumble into this call segment right here on this die this time. Hello, how you doing?
So AB, how you doing? This is Medicine.
Yeah, Medicine. Let's hear from you quickly.
Anyway, happy belated birthday first of all.
Yeah, go ahead.
AB, those Unity Party people are useless people. They are very, very useless. Just as you said, everything Bwaka is doing, Bwaka is living in a dream of Joe Weah. They have nothing to show. Everything that President Weah was doing in our country at the time when they hear about that they want to eat, that they want to eat, that they want to eat, that they want that they living on right now. They said they passed $1.2 billion budget, but the volunteer teachers and volunteer nurses in Liberia are now on salary. They are not included inside. Is this the first time AB? I saw that thing this morning on Facebook. I said, look at the foolish people. They think everybody foolish. Now the same when they came out before, they said, what I talked to Elon Musk, billionaire Elon Musk, the richest man in the world. They said, what I talked to him before, right?
Yeah, that's what they said.
How significant is Joseph Bwaka to Donald Trump? Can Donald Trump even dream that somebody like Brevco president significant to him? Donald Trump that we know in America, we will know, we will live here, we know. Even European leaders who are allied to the United States in NATO, the men look at them, he sat down there, he look at them like a little boys. That Bwaka, Donald Trump can lotto and take a phone on Sunday. On Sunday, not even working there in America, that he will take to call Bwaka to discuss what. Even when we were talking about that deportation business, it was a Liberian foreign minister that didn't get all the chance to even meet United States Secretary of State. It was not Donald Trump to Joseph Bwaka. What kind of nonsense is that? And I roll a passing way. That road when it was contracted, when it was designed with lights. It's supposed to be late from Monrovia to the airport. Just as it is here in America, you see major highway passing through towns. Any major highway in America passing through community, a guy electricity left and right, lining up. That's the design our road. So just as you rightly said, why Joseph Boakai is not going to Somalia or I call it Somalia Drive or Japanese freeway to pull the light there? Why is he not going there to do it? Because it was not part of the contract and it has been done. There is no money for that. He can't do it. But the one that Joe we are paying for, that is included in the contract, that I want to go showcase, that he the one doing it. You think we stupid? These people are fool. They are dumbfounded people. And they think like people will buy into it. And on the other thing about you just talk about that, there are boys in Nima country. I even spoke to one couple of days ago. They are going around showcasing what job we are doing in the country. They few days, Jeremiah complained a talks to attack them. They were attacked on the highway. And I just want to use that time to warn the people of Nima country. You're sitting down there, Jeremiah, with dumb that country. That country will cause war in Liberia and they will kill you people like it happened between us and Grandgenians. Because of Samuel Doe action. Grandgenians suffer, we suffer. You're sitting there in that country, Jeremiah, putting the country into trouble. The country is not a man power property. For him to stop up from going somewhere to show what was done by another leader. Putting tax behind them and they're attacking the people on the highway. Y'all stop it. Jeremiah action will put you in trouble in our place and you will die the ends. Thank you, AB.
Thanks, Medicine. And let me get on to this one right here. Hello, how are you doing quickly? Hello, please go on. Yeah, please go on quickly. Yeah. Go ahead quickly.
So thank you for your education and thank you for your wisdom. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, my brother, for your contribution. Sekou Kalasco Dimaro.
I will be praying for you. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Sekou Kalasco Dimaro. What's up, my man? How's everything with you?
No, okay, teacher. How are you? Happy birthday.
Yeah, thank you guys so much. I appreciate the love, man. Yeah, thanks.
Yeah. Even though you celebrated your birthday, you have selected students that you invited. I was standing.
That honor.
You still be coming to class.
Look at that honor Joseph Boakai will have in a word they call celebration. You got the word celebration has vanished from the country. So even your birthday said yeah, observe. Now when the observation here now is not about celebration anymore. So we was having a Christmas. We was having a Christmas.
We'll be observing the job we have come back and the celebration starts. Yeah, man, well, I hope you had a wonderful movement.
Yes, certainly.
It's good to reflect.
Certainly.
The birthday is something that comes once in every year. So we appreciate God for everything that happened to you.
Right, thank you.
Yeah, we haven't said that, and I do agree. Sometimes when we call on your show, it's just to add to the many things you are saying, and just to add our voices to it.
Certainly.
But credit, you are explaining it in the ABC manner, the ABC way where our common people and everybody will understand. It is clear that Mr. Boakai is living in Joshua's shadow. There's no if and but about it.
Okay.
And seamlessly, they will not acknowledge Joshua. And the reasons are very simple.
Okay.
Why they will not acknowledge him? Because the many lies that was told to the Liberian people that this man is not doing anything. Since he became president, nothing happened in the country, and so they can't do anything to acknowledge it. So coming at this stage to acknowledge what Joshua has done or did in Liberia would be an acknowledgement of the good work that he did. So they will come to the extent where they were first time to see a president go delicate the building, the Nuka building, and they say a building dedicated by Joseph Yuma Boakai. He said the building constructed by him as a president. He said that he didn't want only because they want to associate something with him. They said that building was only dedicated by him. So that another news there to go dedicate building, Ebi. So that news
is it?
They put plaque on the building that this building was dedicated by Joseph Yuma Boakai. It's a shame. It's a shame, Ebi. And I vividly remember that when Joshua was trying to build the RRA road, Mamutu Vlad Nipa, may his soul rest in peace. And at a certain point in time, he was even saying it was built in the 40s, when America got ready to use Liberia during the World War II. When they built that place to transport their weapons, since in the 40s during the World War II, it took him with that innovation to come and say, no, this is a gateway. That role is when everybody come in the country. This is the role we can use to come in the capital city. So me, president, not only as a president, me as a man that have traveled through the length and breadth of the world, I came there as the president and said, this place is not developed. You said it right. They were diverting the money to any farm role. When he came and said, no, bring this money to somewhere that will bring more productivity to our country. That's the RRA role. In fact, he said, at a certain point in time, because Mamutu Vlad Nipa, that's the selfless nature that Joshua had. He said, they role, say he was the public works minister. And he was there when they wrote business act. In fact, he would name the road after Vlad.
Oh, okay.
Nipa. To show that he appreciates people. And today, seamlessly, the Unity Party guys will portray. And you know the good thing about Eddie? When you drive on the highway, Eddie, you interact with people. They can say to you, clearly, we know that Joe, we are very royal. They know. People know. They know, Eddie, people know.
I know.
Every other thing that is doing here today, you said it right. And Walker is living in Joshua's shadow. You go up, you come down, people know. Eddie, the reality is, today, don't take my word for it, take a microphone to the street. Talk to people. Instead of Mr. Brackett concentrating on what is appropriate, he's building $10 million home in Suya. And the only thing he had to do to go sit down on a stage money interview and say, yeah, I know that Mano Rowa, you know, will be on taking a project of that nature in the country, and the president didn't know about it.
That's a lie.
Nobody know about it. They say, if even I knew, I was going to stop it. So you want to stop Mano Rowa, you know, project?
You say what? You said that Mano Rowa, your project, but even if you knew.
If you knew, you were coming to stop it. So they yeah. Well, Ebi, I can say to you that and I said it the last time I was invited on OKFM. And I said it was a challenge that I threw up. And up to now, they got people who do fact check. Maybe no precedent in the history of our country, relatively in short period, like 2-3 years, that rehabilitated and built more infrastructure, roads included, equal to George Weah.
Certainly.
No precedent. And I'm still saying that today again. It's a public record. Fact checker can challenge it in any way they want, but no precedent in 2-3 years. As though
just keep going in the area. You will go nowhere in the game, man.
So we will keep pointing all these things because what they intend is to sweep it under the carpet with lies. And we will not sit down there and allow this thing to be swept under the carpet because we sat there and allowed lies
Right.
to sink in the ears and the minds of the people. But we now said, no, we're not sitting down there and allow it to happen.
No.
The records are there.
The
And
records.
we keep pointing there. Regardless how.
Wow. School. Wow, I think we lost him. Sorry about that, Sekou. Yeah, for data connection that's not too good. But anyway, we're getting there, and I will get to you, Sekou. Thank you. All right, we'll try to get back to him if we can. But that's good. We just slip out with him, and we hope to get him back, which will be very good for us as well. Please. Wow. All right. So, you're giving me a bit here. Let me get on to this female line. Hello, how are you doing?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, let's hear from you.
Yes, it's my back calling from Johnson. Thank you very much, my brother.
Okay.
You know, the United people want fire extension of move for the bread butter and the hash that you can say, Christmas week. The people not taking pay, so the teacher and they pay, then they close their money, say what they want to stop because they are ashamed. So they want fire extension of move for only, then they run around, you know, I mean, to not talk. Boaka. My brother in the USA, don't try to get somebody who can Boaka.
How you think you're the president of Bina?
You know, you come in. Message is in the map. You say yes, sir. Like a man, you know what? Do not try. It's all over. You want a lot of like I said, you know more. That's you know more Boaka. You know more Boaka. In fact, in HO, you know more Boaka. So let's look at you know more than equal in 5 minutes or 11 minutes. People can lie ahead. They can lie. You pay 10 million dollars, you laugh about marriage, you are talking about EFCC. You know that you never let go shame. Let me tell you, the people in the cafe brought is good. And we see that they are more close, they are more sharp. Because they were insulting all, they all men. I want to tell you now, they make disgrace and you never let people. We are there, of course. They people laughing. So what all of them say, if I post slide in your pen, all of them walk close. Thank you very much, my brother.
Thanks, ma'am, for your contribution. We appreciate that. We get to that. Hello, how are you doing?
Thank you, baby. Thank you very much. Maybe I'm Spencer Mohammed, and I call from a football corner, down Coast Moon Hill, Western community. Maybe thank you for your many participating discussion this night. But my attention has been drawn to two cardinal issues. The one I have to do with Raw International Health Road and that of the pathological lab in food at Joseph Nimapaka, $10 million in the country.
Okay.
And the issue, Joe Nimapaka, I want to call Mu Ali. Where is down the loan? He died yesterday when President Weah launched the project, opening a room to create room for Raw International Airport when the program was being held, the FKT, the next day, Moadi and Dillon said, if international do not have the records of the rule, why are they like? So only Joe Parker now, if international can build road and he can celebrate the light. You see the guys carrying over the last 2 years. Everything the guys carrying against President Weah, it was just about it. Because only very program, Ben Popana was there, and he told it into the world and the Liberian down. Liberian people, development is taking place in our country. Anyone who says development is not taking place, development is taking place here. Today, they are celebrating life when the road there is not completed. It's another form of hypocrisy. And that's what has to do with the issue that have to do with life. MSCB, President Baka first of the initial address, he said the government had had money to set the road from Vatan to Freeport. What have we seen there? 30 years now, you're cutting the road and passing. So why is the money you want to tell me that money coming and who cut themselves? Is this what they are saying? Look, this man is a pathological liar. He will never say anything right. That's why he continues to lie. He gave to power on the matter of love and extension, and everything is there, he wanted them down. They don't have nothing to offer in nearly 3 years. That's why they are going all around here to present have other projects. But to be here, move the people to the final. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Spencer.
For the opportunity to make our presence on national issues. Thank you.
Thank you, my brother, for your contribution. We appreciate that. Let me get on to this one right here. Hello, how are you doing? Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, please go.
I'm Richard Yossi.
Yeah, Yossi. Yossi, let's hear
from Australia.
Okay.
Yeah, I called from Australia this morning.
Mm-hmm.
You know, AB, the guy gets free within the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
When you talk about America, then the people trim me. You know? You speaking to Donald Trump, what benefit does it bring to the people?
The whole thing, you are here to even happy.
Is it changing the people's life? The people just feel that Liberia is like before. They don't know that we are in a modern age. I was following one of the program this morning, and I heard our pastor man, the information minister, talking about somebody writing trash on Facebook. When the guys were sitting all on Facebook, writing trash every day about Joey government, they had want to get angry. They should focus on leading the Liberian people. They should focus on delivering for the Liberian people. You know, and they will continue because they are following people like you to respond to everything that you're talking about. Then instead of them seeing the reality that you're saying, they see it as a hit. And once they continue to see the reality that you're speaking as a hit, their government will fail because they are not ready yet. Bringing Donald Trump, telling other Donald Trump calling President Biden had nothing to do with it. When he say yes sir, he has not changed anything in Liberia. They put even 50 million or 200 million in that country. Nothing will come out of it because they will use that money and put it in a pocket. We already know them. We're not here for all the international conspiracy theory. We're not here for it. What we want is to deliver for the Liberian people. Thank you so much for having me.
Thanks, brother, for your contribution. I appreciate that. Let me get on to this one. We are getting there. Hello?
Teacher Lai.
Yeah.
Teacher Lai, thank you. Teacher Lai, this is your friend, brother. I'm calling you from Nima Camp.
Okay.
Thank you. Teacher Lai, you know, God will continue to bless you in the level in which you keep doing your journalism, Teacher Lai.
Thank you, my brother.
So like you can remember the other day, President Broker himself as that person for 12 years. Now all the Blue Court concession agreement. President Broker was arranged with few pieces of empty boxes with Liberian people money, not in your own way to leverage. That was another disgrace for again, Teacher Lai. At the airport, one person was built. I think we put the name there. After the next time they erased it back.
Yeah, they erased it.
Yeah, so one of the funny things that happened to put up Teacher Lai, he said he was coming to this annual agriculture program in Nima Camp.
Yeah.
The mountain that former president were built, they said they were coming to get dedicated to the people. The superintendent went to do all the publicity, for all the plant touches all around, waiting for President Baba to come and do that dedication. But like something here in Teacher Life, entire dedicated President Baba and the president. We are not able to come.
Oh, he didn't go there for the project?
He never dedicated a market. The next day, I was serious option. So someone will start telling me, you're not work for A. So everything President where they want to take to great. And you're not doing it in the way that you will bring appreciation the former President where. So today, Teacher Lai, President Buka have become a serious embarrassment to us. Even the people that name out, the reason sometimes when you see people not talking Teacher Lai, because you are to the extent that everybody just hoping for a few years to just finish. None of people know what to talk Teacher Lai. But on a serious note, people already know the structure of the party. The other time after recovery, so they know that Liberia already decided after recovery to the end of the divert the mind, they not join the American building now. So the people already know that. So they're not bringing after recovery. They take our Donald Trump call President Broker. What got to do that thing? Yeah, Teacher Lai. So the people don't know what to start for. That people if we're going to take the ground when you enter, they have to pull ladder up. You just visit Liberia, they don't know what going on. So Teacher Lai, they don't leave it. They don't like it. One all we've been saying Teacher Lai, paying lawmakers to put another lawmakers and see what's going on today.
All right.
Yeah, some of the country have to end. Thank you for having me, Chief.
Thank you, my brother, for your contribution. I appreciate that. Let's hear from this caller quickly. No time.
Yeah, thank you, AB. Let me say happy little birthday to you. This is Edmo Car, and I'm the visually impaired are keeping this person to the fire to deliver.
Yeah, cool.
You know, the government they are very confused because that lightning that they are doing over there, after the roads are going to complete. At the completion of the road, these are the packages that come with the road. Then you do the lightning. But the reason why in their mind they are leaving the completing of the road before the lightning, they think that when they put light, all Liberian people will say, oh, this is Baka project. That's a lie. You have no project yet. There is no way that we will build more than road like that. Then you will tell me, say, there will not be no lightning system there. That's lie. You miss out on that one. So you just got to slow that one down and go complete that road before you talk about your lightning. Look, I was telling somebody, I say, if that legislature, we don't have regime speaker there, there's a need for Baka to be impeached because Baka have reached the mark of impeachment. Can you imagine the president will sit and tell us that he was not aware of that project? But yet when he got to know it, he didn't do anything about it. And now he justified indicting Manoroa Union countries that are contributing to the project. How much are they contributing to the project? Before you could go on the radio, your information minister says $6 million exclusive to the Liberia project. But they will be accommodating Manoroa Union countries. How can you go and say they are contributing towards the project? So everything the president said, now Monrovia having a good smell. Are you kidding me? When lie you walk on the street of Monrovia? But what the guys will do, they were going to put lies together, tell it to the president. You are in your air-conditioned car. You drove at a very high speed. When lie you walk on the street like President we are, that could play football at the intersection of Macklin and Kerry Street, that could go around the street and meet Zogo himself. So we would lie to him, say, oh, the street is smelling well, it's okay. So I said, but Baka, come here now. Let me put your hand under my arm and carry you right, bro. Yeah, I want to put your hand under my arm. I carry him right at Macklin Street and Broad Street right before the final administrator there. That way I know a part. Then you go down Macklin and Benson Street. That way I know a part. Then you go down Water South. So here myself finish pass here around somebody got to go to the hospital for treatment. Where is that? Why are you lying to us? You start doing things to Liberia because Baka doesn't go on the street. You don't know what they call Broad Street right now. But you guys go and put the lies together and give it to him. He was not too due diligent because he said on national platform, he lies about it. This is not fair for the Liberian people. Hey, Liberia, those that put us into this mess, all of us are feeding the pinch, but one way or the other, there is a God somewhere that will always be there for us. But we are feeling the pinch because of the wickedness that you did to President we are. That's what we are paying. You say, well, your money, where's your money now? Crying all over. The stable are crying, they are complaining. Okay? In fact, the next war now that coming out, it will be between the physical challenge and the blind people. And it will be caused by CND. Because CND is blaming the visually impaired people for his suspension and also blaming, as he called the opposition radio station that caused his suspension. So the next time you see blind people and crippled people fighting, then it is initiated by CND and that is sanctioned by Baka.
Blind crippled people.
So everything just clear.
Okay.
Everything just scatter. Go on your page. Everything just scatter. The men have come to defile all. So we need to be careful and we need to keep focused because the brain is in our hand. We should not let it to fly. Lord, keep pressing it. Thank you, Eddie.
Thanks, Edmo. Thank you so much, my brother. I appreciate all of you. And so we are certainly getting there. With God, all things are possible. So we can get going. Don't worry. Well, you will call tomorrow. Say, Boga, say, Morales, smelling good. No wonder. You know that car they use to be dirty bow. Now, Google air freshener then again put in the car. So when he smells it, it gets down and the same air freshener still smelling on him. You can see the whole place smelling good. No problem. I can see the change. I mean, that you to be living dirty play down there and you to be smelling bad. By the way, thank you so much, Morale smelling, and we agree. All right, folks, we want to say thanks to all of you right here tonight on this very time. We are certainly getting there. Yes, we agree. Monroe is now smelling good. Monroe is smelling good. So thanks so much. Tomorrow we're going to be back here, God's willing, with another edition of the show. The date is getting closer. Christmas observation date is getting closer. Some could celebrate. The Unity Party folks could celebrate while we will sit back and observe. Thanks so much to all of you for the time. Do have a pleasant night. Bye-bye.